Hello everybody, this is Artisan Loom here. I'm going to bring you a tutorial for my Destiny bracelet. I called it the last word, and it's from the video game Destiny. This is the gun that's in the, one of the popular guns that's in the video game Destiny. That's what my husband wanted to call it. He's a gamer, so no big deal. Gun means nothing. Probably won't put it on then the next go round. Too much violence going on in the world, so I'm going to probably leave it off. Anyhow, I'm just going to call it the Destiny bracelet. Or I could just keep the name. It doesn't matter. But I created it 16 weeks ago, and I'm going to show you how to make it today, and hopefully some decent colors. Colors that I haven't really put all together before, because I'm going to use my Peach Frost, which I have never used before, so I'm hoping that's going to come out okay. Okay, this is a 7-pin bar design, and this is the setup for it. Your first two and your last two are at the same height, then you go down two. So point, go up one, and then over one. Okay? So that is how your loom's going to be set up. And I'm going to bead this one. You don't have to. If you choose not to, you just do a simple border. But I'm going to use my cylindric jet black as the border. And what I'm going to do is I beat it up. I believe I beat it up 12. Took 2 of the 6/0 seed beads and beaded them up. And onto the band, and then I also went with this color too. This is like a silver, and I took 2 beads and put it on this one, and I'm going to alternate every other one. Okay, so it'll be a plain band, a seated band, a plain band, a seated band. I call it a seated. It's a beaded band, but they're seed beads, so I guess that's where I got seated band. Anywho, what you're going to do is you're going to start off here in the center and go towards the left all the way till, just follow it around till you get to the border, just like that. And then you're going to follow this one just straight up, okay? And you're going to go from the center over to the right, and then you're going to just go up. We're going to do it 2 full loom lengths long because it kind of is a tight design. Hopefully it's not going to curl up in the center like my last one, but we're going to go ahead with it. And actually I'm going to take these off because I want to put my beads on there. So I guess I'll show you this. Plain band, beaded band, plain band, and the beaded band. Okay, same thing over here, plain band. I want to use the same colors on this side as I did over here. So it would be the purple seed bead, plain band, and then I'm going to use the silver. Okay, and just follow that all the way down the loom and bring it to where it comes to a point. So I imagine you'll stop at the third pin from the top. So you'll come up, stop here, go over, and then go to the center, and this is where you're going to stop. Okay? Do that on both sides, and I'll meet you right back. Okay. So now that we have that part, which is the border done, now what we're working on is where I have these brown sweets. It's right on the edge. See those? Kind of 2 that come out this way and go the other way. Right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead with the, believe it or not, brown sweets. We're going to try that again in the same spot. So I just love these brown sweets. So you're going to take your band and you're going to go to the 2nd pin bar and go out towards the perimeter. Okay, just like that. Get a bunch of bands. And then you're just going to do this all the way up the loom. Just this zigzaggy pattern all the way down the loom. Do it on this side as well. Okay. So go ahead and finish this part to the very end. Okay, so I've done that all the way up the loom. Now you need to get your other color, and I'm going to use some glitter white. That's what I'm going to use. Okay, and what we're going to do is just finish the X's out. So we're going to go like this and do the same zigzag pattern, and that will finish the X off all the way up the loom. Okay, same on this side. Oops. Okay, so finish that part as well. After you finish that part, what we're going to work on is I'll show you this part. You see this where I have the where I have the Persian caramel bands right there, chocolate caramel Persians. That's what we're going to be working on, which this is what butts right up against that LE black. Okay, and for that part, I'm going to go ahead with purple. And this is, it looks like jelly purple. It feels like jelly purple, but they call it opaque deep purple. So that's what I'm going with, okay? And so basically you want to do a single chain going up, okay? And you can use two different colors for this. Well, let's see here. If I use black. No, I don't have enough. Okay, we're just going to go with purple. You could technically use two different colors. I went with the caramel for the single chain and for those bands that butt up against the LE. And I'm just wondering, I don't have enough of the black to go right there where the single chain, that's literally right there. I'm wondering if I could go with the peach and then purple underneath it, peach, purple. Let me see. I'm sorry, I should have had myself taken care of in my colors, but I'm just wondering if I do the peach. If I do peach there, and then the purple, and then another peach line, there'll be two strips of the peach, and then do purple as a background and black down the center, that might actually look okay. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out on a limb. I have no idea what this is going to look like. And you know what, I made this bracelet, but I sent it, I don't have it in my, a hard copy of it in my hand, because I had sent it to my very, very dear friend, Nix Haley 22, when I sent her a package. And so I sent her that original design. So I don't have that to reference it, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go with the peach. How about that? Let's do it. Let's do it to it. Okay, single chain going up. Sorry about that. I wasted all this time. I probably could have just deleted that out, but oh well. We're just going to go with the peach, okay? I don't know what it's going to look like. I always get nervous. I mean, I don't. Normally, if I know the colors are great, I don't get nervous, but I guess because, I don't know. Don't ask me why I'm nervous today. Because I guess because of these peach bands, I just don't know what to expect from them. But go ahead and do this, and I'll go off camera, finish mine, and then what we'll do is we'll do the zigzags. Went for it with the peach. Now I'm going to go with it with the purple. And we're just going to do zigzags. I want to make sure mine aren't all twisted up. Come on now. I guess I should have pushed some of my bands down. I didn't push all of them down. So, okay, so we're going to start off going there, and we'll just do a nice little zigzag going all the way up the loom. Just like so. Okay, do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to go off camera, spare you all the rambling and make the tutorial a little bit shorter. Highlight the most important parts. So zigzag all the way to the top. Zigzags are done. Now we're going to do a single chain, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, what do I want to do that in? I'm going to do it in peach again. Okay. That's what we're going to do. I think peach and purple look good together, but just a single chain going up the loom. So go ahead with the 2 single chains. I guess I could have told you we need a single chain down the center as well, but I'm going to change that up and do it in the black cylindric again. And I've beaded up some bands. I took a cylindric jet black band, and I put a seed bead on one side, a spacer bead, then another seed bead. And that's what I have done. And so I'm going to do every other band. Hopefully I have enough of this jet black. Plain band, beaded, plain. And if you decide that you don't want to bead it, just do a single chain going all the way up. Okay, so go ahead and finish that till you get to the end. Okay, now that we're done with the single chain down the center, let me show you what we're going to do. We are going to, where I have down in the center here, underneath the beads, where I have it all the opaque black, I'm going to go with this deep purple again. That's what we're going to do. So, okay, so we are going to make a V. And then an arrow. I think it might somewhat look like the king's armor. I'm not sure. But that's what I came with. I don't know who came out with what and when, and who cares, and it doesn't even matter. As long as it doesn't look like anything else. If you use a stitch, you use a stitch. That's how I feel about it. Okay, so after I did my V, and then you did the arrow, now we're going to go to here, and you're going to do your V. And then you're going to do your arrow. Come down to this one, do your V. And then you're going to do your arrow. And you're going to do this all the way down the loom. Okay, super simple. Just make sure you push your bands down. I'm trying to tell you, but yet I'm not doing it. Okay, arrow. And now the V. Okay, so do that the entire way up. Now that I've finished this, okay, we're going to come all the way to the end. And your last V is from here to here, and your last arrow is from there to there. Now where you've put this arrow going up from here to here, it's just hanging there. We need to, well, let me see. I was thinking we might have to put it towards the border, but since we have a single chain down the center, never mind, it's going to catch it. So it won't fall apart. I guess I could look a little bit further in my notes and see where, well, you know what? That's what I got. That's what I have. I don't think it's going to matter because we've got the single chain to loop that up. So I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it just like we have it. Okay. Now, I guess we're ready to turn the loom around. And we're going to, let's see, I'm going to put a jet black cylindric right here. And I'm going to triple cat band it. Okay, I've got too many beads in the way. Okay. And then I needed a cat band here. I need one here. and I need one here. Okay, I think I'm going to go ahead and use my peach one on these two. Triple cap band it. Okay, so now there's a cap band on all 3 of these pegs. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to go, no, that's if, okay, hold on. Let me see what I got going on here. Okay, yeah. So we're going to go in through this cap band. And we're going to get the band that goes to the left, go back in, get the band that goes to the right. Just like that, okay? Now we've got to contend with these arrows. So we're going through here, and we're going to bring that into the center. So that's very simple. And now we'll go into this peg, and you know what? I'm wondering if I need a cap band. I might need let's put a cap band on here because it's not going to look right. So I'm going to go ahead and put one cap band in here. I think those are the only cap bands we'll need because it'll be too bare in here if we don't. So we'll go in through this cap band and bring it to the left, bring it to the right. Okay, and now what we're going to do is go in through here because we've got to get these bands, and we'll bring it towards the center. From the left to the center, the right to the center. Okay, now what we have to do is contend with these, and since we don't need another cap band because there's plenty on here now, we're going to go in through here, top band, bring it to the left, bring it to the right. Got to get these ones going through here to the center, going through here to the left, over here to the center, to the center. Okay, you see that? That's what we're going for. I'll do a couple more and then I'll let you go. Okay, so since this was the last one that we did, we now want, which is the arrow, we need to contend with the bees. So we're going to go back into the center, grab that top band, bring it to the left, to the right, go over to here, bring the left to the center, right to the center. Center going to the left, to the right, go on the side one, bring it to the center, to the center. Okay, simple. So go ahead and finish that part all the way down. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pull up our single chain down the center, all the way to the top. That's going to link everything together so it won't fall apart. So just go ahead and finish this part all the way down. And then you're also going to go up and do these single chains here, these two. Okay, so when you get done with doing the center to the top, come back here and do these single chains straight up. Oops, if I can grab the right band. So just do these as well. Okay, same one on this side. All the way to the top. Okay, all three of these single chains to the top. It's pretty simple. You're always going to go in through this pin bar where this peach frost is, and you're going to bring the purple bands back to themselves. Okay, so you're going to go in through the purple, or through the peach, bring the purple there, just like that. Go in through this next one, grab that top one, bring it down. Okay, super simple. On this side, going through this band, or this peg, bring it down, go back in to the upper right, go into the next peg, bring down to connect it, and then the upper right. And you're just going to do this the entire way up the loom, always going in through this pin bar. Okay? So, finish that to the end, please. So once we get the zigzags, we're going to do the single chain going up, okay? So just go in and do your single chain very simply. So you get the right band. Oops. There we go. So we're going to go in through here, go straight up. Okay, so finish your single chain down. Okay, so now we're going to work on these. Well, these are X's, but remember how we laid them? We laid our sweets first, going all the way up, and then we came back and laid our glitter white. We're just going to do the white going all the way up. Okay, so we're going to go in, go towards the left, and just do your zigzag all the way up, okay? Simple enough. Not hard. Okay, so do that all the way up. Start over here and get the white and bring it to the right, to the left, white, to the white, to the white. What am I, a wascally wabbit? Okay, to the left, right, left. Okay, so just do those all the way up. Okay, simple enough. I guess I should push my bands down, but this is what we're going to do. Okay, with these white ones we went up. What we're going to do is we're always going to go in through this pin bar and this pin bar, and we're going to bring them down and up. Down and up, okay? So we're going to go into the second peg on the second pin bar, and we're going to bring it down. Then we're going to go back in and bring it up, okay? Then we're going to come in here because we've got to connect these brown ones to the border so it doesn't fall apart. So we'll bring it down, up, down, up, down and up till you get all of them done. Okay, same way on this side. Go in through here, bring it down, go back in, bring it up to the upper right. Then we're going to go into here and bring this one down. Oops. And the upper right. Down, upper right, down, upper right. Okay, so go ahead with that, and then all we have left is the border, and we are finito. The only thing left is our border. So you're going to go in through this peg and grab the one that goes to the left and follow it till you get to the edge, just like that. You're going to go in through the center and bring it to the right twice. Oops. And then over to the right once. Now basically you're just wanting to take this straight up the loom, just like any normal border, okay? So just take that all the way up. Take this side as well and follow it to the very top to where you till it comes to the point. Meet me up there with a C-clip and we'll take it off the loom. Okay, so I got it all the way up to here, and I'm going to get me another band. Black cylindric band, sorry. To get it out of my bag. Put your hook through. Put the band on. Bring it towards you and up and over onto the hook. And then I'm going to take my C-clip and go ahead and put my C-clip on. Let them hang out together. So, there's a slight boo-boo in here. But I can't fix it, obviously, because it's way too late. It was way too late a long time ago. Look at that band. It's snapped. I'm not sure what it's going to do to the design. I don't think it'll fall apart. I'm just going to leave it, and we'll just see. Because you know what? Not every design is perfect. Sometimes there's little boo-boos. It's still your design. It's still your creation. Whether it's somebody else's design or not, and if a band snaps and there's any way you can fix it, I mean, hey, go for it. Don't waste all your bands and throw the bracelet out, because, you know, it's not worth doing that. But I think this will be all right. Now, if you snap a band that's somewhere in the center and you can tie it off and you don't want it to be shown, then throw a charm on there, a medallion or a charm or a, you know, a pendant of some sort or a button. Cover it up. Still very nice design. I try not to throw anything out unless I just absolutely don't like the color combo or the design. So anyhow, what we're going to do is we are going to, well, first I'm going to look on the side. Make sure all mine's been looped up. And it shows that it has, so I should be all right. Okay? So, loosen the tension carefully. Now, obviously, this is real tight, so hopefully you didn't decide to use all LE down the center, because your bands will snap. I have a feeling. It's not, you know, I've made tighter designs, so I don't feel like it's like insanely tight. And plus, with this one, I used some LE and I used some sweets and some glitters. The glitters work wonderful because they're really stretchy. But I don't think it's, I mean, my loom is holding up just fine. Of course, could it be because I've got all the 6 pins extenders? Yes, it probably could be for that reason, but go ahead and use every extender on any design you ever make. Just don't even take the risk of it falling apart. So if you have none, if you don't have any 6-pin extenders, use all the blue extenders that you possibly can and strategically place them. Because you definitely want, you definitely don't want, and I'll give you an example. You don't want to leave it like that, because see, look, it can buckle inward. You want to keep that nice and firm on the edge, even if you got to hang it out to the side. Now this one, I didn't have to, but I just used it anyhow. Just giving you an idea. Okay, so then I'm going to go through and undo the second row to loosen the tension. Carefully, because these are my LE bands. I don't want them to pop. Okay, do that on both sides, and then take it off each single peg at a time from here on up. Okay, let me just go ahead and do part of it with you, and then I'll go off camera. So the rest of them, I'm just gonna take off each singly. So just gonna try to be careful because it is kind of tight. Hopefully I don't snap any more bands. And I'm going to remember where that band is up here that's had come apart, so I can grab it and tie it off if need be. Oh man, I just really hope I didn't snap any more bands. And you know, the purple ones are very stretchy too, so I don't know. Okay, I'm going to take mine off the loom, and we'll meet back and see what this looks like. I just took it off the loom. Not 100% sure. There's that band. There he is. Oh my goodness. Well, I'm just going to leave it there for now. Figure it out in a minute. But just go through and see. I love how that center part looks. Look at that. Just stretch it out real good, okay? So that everything pops into place. Now it's probably going to buckle up just a little bit, like dip in, but that's okay. Pull it out like that. it's okay. I'm not big on the colors. Wow, maybe I'm not liking the white. I think the white is throwing me. It's still really pretty, but got to fix some bands, untwist, untwist, untwist. And then I want to go through and fix these beads on the side. Pick them up with my finger and slide them to the center. Okay, don't use your fingernails, you'll bust them. Trust me on that one. Okay, because I want it to sit like this. So I'm going to bring this a little further. Like that, instead of like this. Okay, do that on both sides. I think you know how to fix your bands. You don't want to accept how it comes off the loom. Or at least I don't accept it. I mean, unless it's just absolutely perfect, and nothing's ever perfect. So just get it the way that how you want it to lay and how you think you like it, because you know you may like it a little different than others. But you see how I've got that going? I want the border to be flat like that. Okay. Now I'm also going to fix all the bands that are twisted, like this sweets band. I'm going to fix that. Don't have to fiddle too much with the white, because the white, although there's one right there and I can see it, so I'm just going to twist it and then it'll go back. But mainly I'm just going to mess with the sweets on the outside, unless I see a white that is out of place and needs to be untwisted. That's what I'm going to do. And then obviously the center part, I put spacer beads, and we're going to have to, I'm going to have to lift them up and move them towards the center, but being very careful not to bust the bands. Okay, and this is all I'm going to do. I don't know if I've got you on camera. How terrible is that? Pick it up, grab the band with your fingers, put it towards the center. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm going for. So, I don't know. Not 100% sure if I like the rendition or not. I'm going to have to mess with the bands and see. But I thought I would just try something else. You know, I'm not... Everybody comments about my color combos are so good. But, you know, I always have duds, just like anybody else. So... Anyhow, not too 100% sure about this one, but I'm going to go through and fix my bands, and I'll come back and show you what I have. Okay, so I got it to lay, you know, flat with these nice beads, giving it a nice border, and I fixed the center ones. I'm just not 100% sure about these colors. Kind of a little bit disappointed in myself in picking them, but you know what? Nobody is perfect but the man upstairs. And you know, as you can see from my original one that I did with the that I had the gun on it, and it was the it was done in the Persian black and the black down the center. That one came out fabulous. So, you know, but, you know, I'm willing to try different colors. Different color schemes. You never know until you try, right? So, this band that was popped, it really didn't affect it too much. So, I'm not going to worry. Plus, you've got the black chain going down the center that's covering it up too. So, I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'll probably tie it off on the other side. So I'm not too terribly worried. Okay, this is the Destiny bracelet. It's called Destiny, the Last Word. And if you decide to make one, just tag and hashtag your renditions to me. So, okay, well, until the next tutorial, take care now. Bye-bye.